Hello, my name is Eric Escobedo and I'm going to show you how to write a simple C program. First, we open our text editor. I'm using MacBeam, but you can use any editor you like. However, before we type any code, let's talk a little about the C program structure. Every program written in C language needs to have a main function. When you run a C program, it looks for its main function and executes it. But what is a function in the first place? A function is no more than a piece of code that takes an input, does something, and generates an output. The input is named arguments. The output is the return value, and the something it does is called the function body. So, how do we write our C program's main function? First, we specify the type of the return value. When we run our program, the operating system needs to know if the program runs successfully. Therefore, we need to return an exit code. This exit code is required to be an integer number. The keyword in C language for integer number is int. Now we type our function name, main. Now we need to specify the input. Our function is very simple and it takes no arguments, so we just type a set of empty parentheses. And finally, we define our function's body. It needs to be written within brackets. It also needs to specify the actual return value. We return 0 because that's the exit code to tell the operating system that everything went OK. Now, we save our program with a C extension, hello.c. Once we specify the C extension, the text editor is able to recognize our file as the source code of a C program and allows it to use some color to make it easier to recognize the different parts of our program. This is called syntax highlighting. Most text editors have this feature, although the colors may be different. Then we go to the command terminal to compile our code. The compiler is a program that reads your source code and uses it to generate an executable program. If you are using a Mac or a Linux machine, it's very likely you already have one. If you are using Windows, you need to install it. We are going to use GCC because it's free and easy to install in both Mac, Windows, and Linux. To use GCC to compile our source code, we need to type the GCC command along with your file's name and the desired name for our generated program. If everything went OK, we should be able to use our file browser to see the generated program, along with the original source code. If you don't see it, double-check your code for any missing character. Even experienced developers often miss a semicolon. Now, to actually run our newborn program, we can double-click it in our file browser. Or we can go to the console and type our program path and name. Our program runs successfully, but it does nothing at all, so now we're going to make it print on screen a single line of text. To achieve this, we need to use our operating system's input and output library. We need to load this library into our program and use one of these library's functions to print text on our screen. To load a library into our program, we need to use a preprocessor command. The preprocessor commands are executed before the actual compilation happens, so that's the right place to include any library or program may need. The preprocessor command to load a library is include. And the library we're going to include is named stdio. This stands for Standard Input and Output. The H extension stands for header. To load a library into our program, we need to include its header. Finally, we need to call the printf function provided by stdio. This function does exactly what we need. It prints a string of characters to the screen. So we call it and pass the text we want to print as an argument. Then we compile our program again and run it. It works, but it's not creating a new line after the text. If we want a new line, we need to tell our program to do it. So we go back to our source code and add the following to our printf call. This is the special symbol for new line. We compile our program again, run it, and now it works just fine. That's all for now. I hope you find it useful. Thanks for watching.